Hello, my name is Tom Flax, and this is my Module 15 case study. Category 1, Problem Identification and Analysis. So what do I know? Truman is the largest elementary school in the district, pre-K through 8 building with nearly 700 students, 3 grades per class, 7th and 8th grade divided into teams. I've been the principal there for 2 years. 15% of the students in Truman Elementary are on free and reduced lunches, and 5% speak a primary language other than English. What else do I know? Standardized national achievement reading assessment scores have been declining. Reading scores have been lower than the math scores. There's more concern, and there's with the PTO of what's going on with the reading instructions. They've requested for me to come speak with them. Parents have a negative view towards the reading instruction. I made an assessment of the reading instruction, but also asked the DRS, the District Reading Service Supervisor, to make an assessment on the reading instruction and create a plan for reading instruction improvement. The State Department of Education offered an opportunity to apply for a grant for those schools that are struggling with reading. I'm in charge of getting the school and the district in support of this grant, or at least the ability to apply for the grant. The grant has a deadline of June 1, and so got a very short time to get this all rolling. So, continuing with the problem identification and analysis, what do I need to know? So, how much support does the district reading supervisor provide? Okay, what other resources does the district have available to assist teachers? Have we used any interim assessments to help monitor student progress? If so, where is this data? Okay, do my teachers need more classroom support, especially for the students who have primary language other than English, which is, if there's 5% of them, that's about 35 students that might struggle with the English language or have a language barrier. What data on the reading assessment is there for the 5% that speak a primary language other than English? Did my assessment of the reading instruction match up with the district supervisor? If I'm unable to attain the grant, will the district supply resources? Because it's going to be a major shift in the instruction that is needed for my school. And when was the last time the reading curriculum was revised? Okay, so over the last several years, the standard national achievement reading scores at Truman Elementary have been declining. The data has caused concern from PTO group, and also has a district reading supervisor concerned as well. The problem is that the reading curriculum needs an overhaul, but without the grant, will I be able to gain the support that is needed to make the needed changes to the curriculum and all the time and effort that will come with that? Category 2, Proposed Plan of Action with appropriate strategies for implementation. My plan of action to resolve the problem. Obviously, I need to go talk to the district and report to them, give them the report from what the district reading specialist has provided me. Also need to meet with them about the grant opportunity and get them on board with me applying for that grant. Also need to talk about redesigning the curriculum, putting in steps in motion that the reading specialist has suggested, and whether or not we get this grant, an intervention is necessary for continuous school improvement. After gaining the district approval, I will work directly with the reading specialist in implementing the plan. Need to meet with my staff, inform them of the changes that will be taking place, let them know that it'll be a major undertaking. Need 100% buy-in from all of them to make this happen. Okay, and we need to be a data effective school. Develop curriculum, redesign team to work with updating curriculum, research processes like MTSS to see what kind of impact this could have on filling gaps that individual students have in reading. Research progress monitoring assessments that would help us with the curriculum design and the MTSS process. Meet with the PTO to reassure them that we're taking the steps to improve the reading program and the school. So, proposed plan of action with appropriate strategies for implementation. Again, appropriate strategies used to implement the plan. Okay, as a building principal, I followed the chain of command. So I went to I got my district reading specialist, got her report, or his report, and took it to the district and to the leaders of the district, and told them what was needed and that I needed their support. Communicated with staff on the importance of making changes to the curriculum and having 100% buy-in. Research assessments and processes that would help staff identify gaps in students and have ways to fill those gaps in, and use the data to help the teachers be more effective, not just in reading, but all facets of teaching. Okay, category 3. Resolve the issues based on promoting success of all students. Okay, first thing, need staff buy-in. The most important thing that can promote the success of all students. If they're truly on board with changing the reading and language arts instruction, they will want to do the work that is involved to make the positive change. 2, data-informed decisions are the direction that we need to go in as a school. Researching and finding the best assessments to help progress monitor will promote the success of all students. Finding the right assessments can help my staff find the gaps that some students have, and also find the strengths that these students have as well. This will allow us to better all students. Thirdly, I also think that it's important to have the supportive groups and organizations outside of the school to support our students and staff. Having a group like the PTO supporting the changes we are making can possibly offset some of the costs that can accrue during this process of redesign and implementing a new curriculum. The PTO could possibly be able to provide some tools to the teachers and the students to aid in this redesign process. This will only help in promoting the success of all students. Okay, so what was I? The category 4 is thinking, feeling, and valuing, and what issues are unresolved or open to further discussion. So what was I thinking? My school needs a change in order to allow the students to become more successful, especially in reading. I'm thinking I might lose some staff if they're not willing to put in the work to change the way that it has been done. I'm always of the way that just because it's been done a certain way doesn't always mean it's right. So what was I feeling? Obviously, I think I'm probably a little stressed out. I know that stressed out because I know that to get things back on track, we as a whole staff are going to have to put in lots of hours to make some needed changes that will benefit the students. What was I valuing? Obviously, the opportunity to apply for grant money that could offset the cost of implementing a new curriculum and the processes that come with it. I also was valuing that I have a parent organization that wants their students to achieve at a high level and have the best possible education available for them. The unresolved issues that are open to further investigation. If the reading and language arts curriculum is outdated, how much longer will it be before the math curriculum needs overhauled as well? How much support does the district provide to support 35 or so students who do not speak English as their primary language? And would I really lose many teachers to the change? Could they possibly just be doing the best that they have with the tools and materials and support that is available to them? Provide examples from data in the case explaining how you as a building level administrator acted as an agent for the continuous improvement by engaging families and the community in a meaningful, reciprocal, and mutually beneficial way. Okay, I met with the PTO, explained to them that we're undergoing changes to the process that need to take place in order for school as a way to continue to improve our school. By researching processes and assessments, help identify strengths and gaps in student learning, installing progress monitoring assessments. My teachers will be able to better communicate with parents on the strengths and weaknesses of the school, and they'll also be able to open up the lines of communication, bringing a clearer picture of how we are changing recruitment culture at Truman Elementary. So how did you as a building level administrator use the data presented to respond and communicate larger community their concerns about the instructional program? I brought the district reading supervisor in to look at the reading instruction, see what areas needed improvement, took the evaluation, and approached the district about the changes to be made through not only the evaluation but also the district reading supervisor's report. I also applied for a grant, and lastly, I communicated with the PTO the plans that were in place to improve reading and language instruction. So how do I as a building level administrator use knowledge of policies, laws, regulations that govern the school influence bring about positive change in teaching and learning that impacts all student groups? I knew that I needed district approval, so I approached the district to apply for the grant. Communicated with the teachers about how important it is for us to provide the best learning environment for the students. I was willing to step in and put in extra time to apply for the grant, to bring much needed money in to help support the positive changes that will be taking place at Truman Elementary. How do you as a building level administrator establish an ongoing dialogue with decision makers outside the school concerning the efforts of the teachers and students, and how these decision makers can effectively influence and improve instruction and student performance? So I met with the district leaders and showed them the district reading specialist report. This helped me be able to shine a light on the curriculum that is not beneficial for our students and staff. With their support, we can move forward with this and improve all student performance. Communicated directly with the district reading specialist, used the guidance and evaluation to help assure me that a change in instruction and curriculum was necessary for staff improvement performance. By meeting with the PTO about the changes were going to be made, helped the school to have continued support of an organization that supports the staff and students by providing support in the way of tools and materials to my students and staff.